I'm going to tell you everything you want to know about the new 2949 Origin 325A, and we're starting right now.
Origin jump parts at your service. Core system operational.
Welcome to A Star Citizen's Buyer's Guide. What's up, citizens? This is SubliminaL here, and today we'll be discussing the features, functions, and benefits of the Origin 325A, and we'll compare those features amongst competing ships so you can make an informed buying decision. We'll cover a brief overview, review stat comparisons, go over weapons, discuss components, review available customization packages, look at the exterior, take a tour of the interior, review pros and cons, and finish up with my thoughts on the ship being reviewed. If this is our first time meeting, be sure to check out some of my other reviews in this series and consider subscribing. Now let's get to it. Just because it's a rough galaxy doesn't mean you need to sacrifice your comfort. The 325A can come out on top in any dogfight. The 325A features an advanced weapon payload as well as a custom targeting system designed especially for the 325A by Willisop. The 325A is manufactured by Origin Jump Works, a Terra-based spaceship and engine manufacturer of high quality and luxury products. The 325A is the combat variant of the 300 series. The 300i, 315P, and 350R are also available. Check the description and end screen for my reviews on those. The 325A is currently flight ready. As of today, it is available for purchase or upgrade on the Pledge Store from $70, and on average sells for $85 on the gray market. It is not currently available to purchase with Alpha UEC. With that out of the way, let's see how it compares to other ships you might be considering. For comparison, I've selected the following 10 ships. The Google Sheets document with the data is linked in the description. If this is your first time here, check the Google Sheet or pause the screen for an explanation on how I've selected and compared ships. This comparison is of the base model 325A. Check the Google Sheet to see how other available customization packages compare. The 325A comes in at around 67,000 kilograms. It has a max crew size of 1, has a cargo capacity of 4 SCU, has over 6,100 hit points across its body. This ranks 4th, tied with the rest of the Origin 300 series. Its shields take 2nd place and can withstand over 7,900 hit points of damage. Has a sustained gun DPS of almost 1,200. This takes 2nd. It comes in 1st with a burst DPS of over 1,400. It has a combined missile payload of over 10,500. This ranks 2nd. It has a max yaw pitch rate of 69 degrees per second. It gets beat by the Arrow here. Has an SCM speed of 225 meters per second, second only to its racing sibling, the 350R. And its top speed of over 1,200 meters per second takes 5th place, but isn't far from 2nd. This was nerfed in 3.5.1 from 1315 meters per second. Its quantum drive has a 50 megameter per second quantum speed. The 325A takes 1st place here, so travel from Port Alizar to ArcCorp will take you about 13 minutes and 50 seconds. Its QT range of 54 gigameters takes 7th, so it can travel from Port Alizar to ArcCorp 1.3 times before needing to refuel. If you exclude the mass comparison, it gets an average rank of 2.64. This is pretty good. Now let's talk about its firepower. Oh, the firepower. The default 25A comes with 2 size 3 weapon hardpoints on the wings and 1 size 4 on the nose. On the wings we have 2 SW-16 BR-3 Shredder ballistic repeaters each. One Shredder is size 3, has 112 physical damage with 240 RPM for a total of 448 DPS and a 2,700 meter range. On the nose it has one M6A laser autocannon. One M6A is size 4, does 555 energy damage with 56 RPM for a total of 518 DPS and a 4,200 meter range. For missiles, it has 2 MSD-322 missile racks with 2 Dominator 2s each. Dominator 2s are size 2, are electromagnetic, have 1,099 mixed damage, a 1.89 second lock time, and a 6,200 meter lock range. It also has 1 MSD-543 missile rack with 4 Arrestor 3s each. Arrestor 3s are size 3, are cross-section, have 1,553 mixed damage, a 3.89 second lock time, and a 9,100 meter lock range. Now for the components. The standard components available on the 325A are as follows. It has one size 1 beacon quantum drive with a 51 megameter per second quantum speed and a 10-second cooldown. One size 1 Aegis Regalius power plant with over 2200 max power generation per second. Two size 1 bracer coolers that provide 260,000 max cooling per second each. And last but not least, we have two size 1 all-stop shield generators with almost 4,000 capacity each. Let's talk about customization. To see all of the 325A customization options including color, trim, and weapons packages, add the guide here to your watch later list. We'll get straight to the point here. The 325A has 4 additional packages available to purchase. Here's what you need to know. With the CC package, for an extra $18 you get 9% more shield capacity, 800% more sustained, and 700% more burst DPS. Now don't get your panties in a bunch. Distortion scatter guns do high DPS to shields only, no hull damage. It also requires a close range and for all the pellets to hit. No additional missile payload, a 9% loss in quantum speed, a 4% quantum range improvement, 10% more max power generation, and a hefty 46% more cooling per second. And if you purchase these components in-game right now, it will cost you around 179,000 Alpha UEC. With the XC package, for an extra $18 you get 9% more shield capacity, 27% more sustained DPS, 15% more burst DPS, no additional missile payload, a 9% loss in quantum speed, a 4% quantum range improvement, 10% more max power generation, a hefty 53% more cooling per second. This can be purchased in-game for as low as 212,000 Alpha UEC. This is my personal favorite. With the CL package, for an extra $22 you get 9% more shield capacity, 80% more sustained DPS, 54% more burst DPS. Again, these are distortion weapons, not energy or ballistic. A 12% drop in missile payload, a 12% gain in quantum speed, a 7% quantum range improvement, 10% more max power generation, and 46% more cooling. This can be purchased in-game for as low as 201,000 Alpha UEC. And last and certainly least, because this package was probably put together before the laser cannon nerf in 3.5, or someone at CIG fat fingered the price, for a whopping $29 you get no extra shield capacity, 6% loss in sustained DPS, a 16% loss in burst DPS, no extra missile payload, QT speed, or QT range, 10% more power generation, and 54% more cooling per second. This can be purchased in-game for as low as 151,000 Alpha UEC. Don't buy that one. Let's take a look at the exterior. The standard 325A features a gray and red paint job. I'm not a fan of this as the default color. Personally, I think the red should be exclusive to the 350R. This doesn't look like a combat ship. I personally picked the Origin Celebration Sagebrush green paint job. On the nose, you can't miss the massive size 4 M6A laser autocannon and its distinct 300 series LED headlights. In the wings you will notice its retro thrusters. Under the wings we have the Shredder ballistic cannons and two size 2 Dominator tubes. Around the rear we have our main thrusters. From here you can also clearly see its uni-wing design. Underneath the rear, we have a cargo bay with 4 SCU of cargo space. Now for the interior. To the left, we have the cockpit. You will notice the red trim. This is customizable in the pledge store. The pilot seat features 4 MFDs and a radar. The 300 series does come equipped with an ejection feature. Behind us, we have a head. On the starboard side, we have a bed. New to the 2949 325A is a functional MFD in the bed, so you control your pilot while you sleep. In the rear, we have a clothing locker, a functional but not yet persistent weapon rack, and some wine glass storage shelves. Because this is Origin, we like to be fancy while we fight. On the port side, we have a mini fridge and a sink. Also available from the manufacturer at an additional cost is a coffee machine, food maker, and sound system. On the subject of additional options, there is an available picture frame and digital clock next to the bed. I would say its pros are, where do I begin? Its shield capacity, its sustained and burst DPS, missile payload, max yaw pitch rate, SCM speed, quantum speed, you can poop in it, you can sleep in it. I'm running out of room here, but I think you get the point. Its cons are, well, they nerfed the top speed to be average, but that's not really a con. Oh yeah, it's heavy, but that doesn't seem to have any effect in game. I guess its QT range could be better. There, we have a con. So, my thoughts. The 325A has been my favorite fighter since I first bought it a few months back. I never looked at much data, I was waiting to review it as well as some other light fighters. But I got the sense that it was the one for me. Looking at these stats now I can see why. It excels in almost every aspect of combat. I forgot the 4 SCU of cargo space. You get 0 in the Arrow, Gladius, or Buccaneer. As for the top speed nerf from 315 down to 1235, I'm disappointed, but I still can't complain overall. If you're looking for a combat ship, I think you can't go wrong with the 325A. Those are my thoughts, what are yours? Let's continue this conversation down in the comments. The next ship in my review series will be the Origin 350R. I would like to know your thoughts on it, the new 325A, and what ship you would like to see next down in the comments. Did you like this review? Like it. Subscribe by clicking the circle here. Check out some of my other reviews in this series here, and if you enjoy my content and would like to support the channel further, check the description for ways to do so. However, your viewership is more than enough. Until next time, citizens, I'll see you in the verse.